Hello, I'm Hillary Bretzman, and this is my weekly report for week 5 in corporate sustainability case studies. So, economic sustainability is really that equilibrium of creating a safe and just space for humanity to coexist with our ecosphere that maintains the social foundation of providing basic human rights and the needs for life without exceeding that finite carrying capacity of the environmental ceiling. Um, so current economic models are based on that perpetual growth illusion, that myth that there's always this like insatiable need for more. And the extractive model of resource depletion that doesn't give back, that isn't regenerative thinking and paying it forward, so it inevitably creates this uneven distribution of resources and finances within the world. And it's also t on a core level, the concentration of money is always corresponding to a creation of debt. And we're not really seeing that cancel out. So essentially, we're having an economic model that's debt-based and not regenerative. Um, so two solutions for businesses today could be to incorporate more circularity in their operations. So this looks like creating goods that are recyclable, refurbishable, have component parts that can be exchanged and reused, things like that. Another thing would be risk management or risk mitigation, incorporating reduction of greenhouse gases. Because if all industries across the board don't get on line with reducing and flattening the curve of greenhouse gases, we're not going to be able to have business at all, much less successful business. So, um, B Corps are great examples of how to have that sustainably. A B Corp is a community of businesses that are all certified and verified by third party assessments. That help consumers to be able to identify which companies they want to patron for alignment with those values. And the requirements for B Corp certification are you have to be a for-profit business, you have to exist for more than a year, and you can't be in any risky industry like fossil fuels. Um, a B Corp a potential company that wants to become a B Corp must score 80 points or higher on the B Corp scale, which considers um, performance in these core impact areas I'll mention in a moment. They must legally amend their company mission and they're just, public facing, any kind of public facing communication to align with that company mission and incorporate sustainability values. And then they're verified in that rigorous assessment process of all the impact areas. And it's also worth noting that a B Corp commits to doing this every 3 years. So it's not just a one and done situation. They have to maintain B Corp certification with going through the whole process every 3 years. So the core impact areas are governance. We see that in how the it's tied into the legally binding documents of the company's mission. Workers is the second area, and that would be, the living wage is what percentage of their company are people actually making a living wage. Community engagement and impact could be seen in how much diversity and inclusivity of the leadership within the organization is there. Environment as an impact area could be um, how much are they producing or using renewable energy in their operations. And then for customers, B Corp um, B is for benefit, like how is it benefiting the public good? So one way would be definitely to maintain your customers' data privacy and having all the necessary measures for data security in the modern world that business, operations require. So we look to Intrepid Travel for our case study this week. And I was really impressed to see that number of 84% of the suppliers that provide the travel experiences for this company are actually locally owned, which means that the company is demonstrating that circularity of design, where they're giving back to the company, to the countries and the regions that their travel destinations are, and that they also partner with local nonprofits. So, and then there's a continuous thread within, ensuring and rewarding those suppliers that also have diversity and inclusivity in their own leadership. And then a really innovative initiative I found as like my takeaway from Intrepid is the way that they're doing this carbon labeling or just a really good job of marketing carbon awareness to the consumer so that there's full transparency of what that their trip and travel plans would be, what the footprint would be, so that they can make informed and align their values and be the change they want to see in the world. Thank you.